What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Saint Clutch back with another episode. This is episode 3 of the Klutch Talk. I apologize for the huge delay. The last episode we did was in June, and it's just been a hectic, busy summer. And I blinked, and now it's September, and I can't believe how fast time flies. But now we're gonna be on a consistent basis with this. I got a couple episodes lined up, and so we're gonna release one once a month. No promises with one twice a month because that was a little too much for me. And so, but I'm gonna update you guys on why everything has been so busy this past summer. But before we get to any of that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on your favorite podcast listening platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, whatever the case may be. Make sure to show your support. And so today, I'm going to update you on my life, but it's going to tie into the topic today of how sometimes the dream that God gives us doesn't end up the way we think it's going to be, but sometimes it ends up better than what we thought. And so it's so true when the verse says his ways are higher than our ways, his plans are better than our plans. And so as a lot of you guys know, I've been a music artist for the past better part of these past 10 years, Christian music artist for the past 3-4 years. And so, throughout this time, my dream was like, okay, I'm going to be a successful music artist. I'm going to be, like Drake. I'm going to be a big time artist, and then, you know, as you progress, your terms of success changes a little bit. And so for me, it was like, okay, I just want to make a living off my music. I don't care if I'm, doing sold out arenas or if I'm just rapping from my home, as long as I'm making making money off my music, right? And so, it's funny how that changes. And then when I started doing music for the Lord, I was like, okay, God, I just want to be successful with this music. I want to be able to touch people. I want to be able to, help them on their walk with Christ, or even lead them towards Christ, whatever the case may be. And, if you're able to bless me as well financially with that, to be able to pay the bills where this will just be all that I do, you know, I'll be thankful. And, God gave me a little vision a while back where it's like, this is how, you are going to get on that big stage, but it's just, I'm preparing you, because, if God blessed me with that dream, I would say 8 years ago when I was getting those big stages, I probably would have faltered it, because I wasn't walking sturdy with the Lord as I am right now. And I'm still growing. I'm definitely more solid right now. And so I know I'm just going to continue to progress from here. And, but yeah, I may have faltered it back then. And so, God has been working on me. And so throughout these years, I've been learning how to, market myself, how to be a content creator, how to create engaging stories on social media. If you're an independent artist, that we got to do these things to be a successful artist. Otherwise, there's so many artists putting out music every day that if people can't relate to you, or if you can't have an engaging story or encourage them in some sort of way, you're going to fall through the cracks. And so anyways, I've been learning all these skills on how to do these things on social media. And it's crazy how last year, I was thinking about having these thoughts of like, God, I'm just going to give up, like, what the heck? Like, I've been in this career for so long, only making a couple bucks here and there every month, why bother? And so then I was at my sister's wedding, and I was speaking to some of her friends, and they were like asking, small talk at a wedding. It's like, what do you do? What do I do? Oh, this, that, right? So I tell them I'm a content creator in the music industry, and they're like, oh, maybe you can help us do these, content for our company. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Small talk at a wedding, you don't think anything's gonna come out of it. A couple months pass, and they hit me up. They say, hey, we were serious about that conversation. Can we meet with you? And I was like, sure, why not? No idea what to do with content managing as far as for other people, but all these couple years, God was like helping me and molding me and helping me learn how to be a content creator, how to create engaging content for myself, for my music career. That now I'm able to, okay, now use these skills for them. Now use these skills for others, serve others, That's what we're here to do, right? Is to serve others and to love others as ourselves, right? And so I was like, okay. So I was blessed with that opportunity this past December. And ever since then, the year has been really picking up. Back then I was working 2 part-time jobs to just be able to live, right? But thankfully now I've scaled out. I quit one of the other jobs. I still hold one part-time job, but I work like twice a week. But everything else is just this social media. It's called Klutch Media, and we're just handling your social media content managing slash marketing for your company, right? And so now I got a total of 4 clients that I'm working with, just starting a new one this month and a potential one starting next month. And so really, it's just a door that the Lord has opened, like this is a blessing from the Lord. I could not have planned this at all. This was not even in my sights to be doing this for other people. But God was like, okay, you've been faithful in this time, you've been learning. And so now I'm going to open these doors for you. And yeah, so I just walked through them, and it's been a blessing. And that's why it was one of the big reasons why this whole summer's been hectic, because my second client came in June or May, actually. And from then on, it's just been, running, busyness, but productiveness as well. And then, all the things you do in summer too. You try to enjoy the time with your family, with your friends and whatnot. And so, but yeah, I just wanted to encourage you, sometimes, the God given dream that he's given you, it doesn't pan out the way you think, like, could I still be a successful music artist? Of course. In fact, I still believe God will give that to me. But right now he's using me to use the skills that I've gained to serve others. And so it's great if you can do it for yourself, but can you do it for others, And God wants us to love others as ourselves, to be of service to other people. And some of the companies I work with, they're not Christian companies. And so for me to be there, to be able to love them as Jesus did, to show them Jesus' light, that could be a seed that's planted. That is a seed that is planted. And I may not see the harvest, but someone's going to come in and water it, or I may be watering some seed that someone has already planted. And you just never know when God is going to say, okay, it's time. And so I just want to encourage someone out there, anyone who's listening, that whatever God given dream that he's given you, don't give up. I was this close to giving up. Don't give up, because God will open doors in that dream that you didn't even think existed. And he's going to bless you for it. And so there's a verse that's it's in Luke. It's Luke 16:10. It says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. And so God wants to see, can he trust you with whatever you have, Because if you can't be trusted with what you have right now, how is he going to bless you with more and then trust you with all that, right? He's not. And so that's one thing I've been learning. There's also another verse that says, if you can be trusted with a little, more will be given to you. But if you can't be trusted with a little, even what you have will be taken away. And so it's in the same vein as this. It's pretty much saying that, yeah, God wants to know how faithful you are. It's not about how much you have. It's about how much faith you have in God, because he can turn a small thing into a gigantic thing. And so, yeah, so that's the encouragement I wanted to share with you guys today. A little shorter episode today, but I just wanted to share that and just let you know that God hasn't forgotten about your dream. Maybe taking longer. I think the one thing that we got to stop doing is being on social media so much, coming from a social media manager. But I think sometimes we get in that cycle of consciously and subconsciously comparing ourselves to others in our industry. We're like, they're farther off along than me. They're more successful than me, but you don't know how God is working in their lives. You don't know what their struggles have been to get to that point. And so my thing is just focus on you, focus on God, getting closer to God, being obedient to what he's given you in this season. And trust me, he will open doors when it's the right time. And let me tell you, when it comes, it comes in droves. Like, it's not, you're not going to be able to, stop it, right? And so that's why the summer's been so busy for me. But I'm finally getting into a good routine, making sure I'm spending time with the Lord as well. And now I'm having time for this podcast. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much the episode today. Keeping it short, like I said, but I just wanted to encourage you guys today that keep striving, keep going for that God-given dream that he's given you. And in God's time, everything will come out better than you could ever imagine. And so that's it today. Hope you guys get blessed by the story. Hope you guys stay blessed throughout the week, whenever you guys listen to this. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Our next episode is going to be about Christian dating, how to date in a Christian way, what not to do, what you should do, certain things, everything in that realm. We're gonna talk more. I got a special guest coming for that, and so it's gonna be an interesting topic. And so I'm looking forward to it. We're shooting that next week, and then hopefully it'll be out by next month. But this one hopefully is coming out as soon as possible. So God bless you all. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.